You know what's funny? I just realized something that happens in my life a lot is I might be talking to a friend or anybody about the way that I eat, and if I get into detail about the fact that it's vegan, or if they already know it's vegan-ish, tons of vegetables, lots of really, really healthy food. When I start a conversation with this person, they always, like by default, give some kind of disclaimer at the beginning, like, oh, I would never eat like you do, but I respect that you do this. People are just so quick to be afraid that I'm going to try to convert them. Like, I'm going to sit here and just talk to them for like an hour or something and be like, so are you going to join the church or whatever, you know? Which is absolutely not what I would do. Like, I don't care whether or not I mean, I care, but I'm not going to try to force you to do what I do. I would just tell you if you asked what was it about. But I rarely will start a conversation with anyone anymore to talk about what I do. It's just because it comes up somehow or whatever. Oh, you lost so much weight, you look so great or whatever. Oh, it's this thing I'm doing, you know? But then I just leave it and I never go into it. But I find that if they talk about how they want to lose weight or they talk about how they want to get more healthy, there's always that like quick snap thing that's like, nope, but I would never do what you do, but I really want to lose weight, or I really want to get healthier. I would never be vegan, or I would, you know, whatever it is, just very defensive automatically. And what I think that is defense of the way that you eat and the way that you love to eat. It's defense of your current habits, that, oh, I would never give up meat, or whatever. I respect what you're doing, but I would never stop eating dairy. I could never give up cheese or whatever. And it's interesting because they would if they took the time to learn about it, do it over time, find substitutes, and realize that they don't actually need those things. They just feel like it's so important to them. And I'm speaking about this from the perspective of somebody who was that person. I know that person because I used to always, and I talk about this sometimes, but I said one point on my Facebook page, I said, if I ever become vegetarian, somebody please shoot me, because I love steak. I love it. Filet mignon is like one of my favorite things ever. I think it's delicious, but I don't eat it anymore. I don't need it. You know, and in certain things, like I love shrimp. I love meat. I think it tastes delicious. But I also was that person who thought I could never give it up, and now look at me. Like, this is what I'm making for breakfast. It's like a pot full of vegetables. What the hell? You know? I never thought I would be this person and enjoy it and want to do it. So it's interesting because I feel like that's just people's snap, like, defensiveness of, nope, I would never do what you do. Not to be offensive, I think it's fine to be a vegan, or I think it's great that you do this or whatever. I just know it would never work for me. And what's interesting about that is that's how we never change. You'll always continue to get the same results that you're getting now if you don't try something new. And I'm not saying like people have to just like give up meat right away and do all the Nutritarian things immediately, because even I can't do that. I didn't do that. It's been over 3 years now and I'm still struggling. Like, I had crazy cravings last night, and I'm still working to get through that stuff, but the snap defensiveness is really interesting, and I feel like the new religious zealot on the block. The end. Okay, so breakfast is a total success. It's veggies for breakfast. First morning of veggies for breakfast. I'm so excited. I'm using the recipe that I made for my new PDF. Let me just show you what it looks like. It's like a kind of an oatmeal porridge, and it tastes like unicorns and happiness and you guys, this veggies for breakfast thing. Yes. Okay, I mean, it tastes good. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. But the cool part is that having made this now, this is more than one serving. I could have a little bit of this for dinner, or could like a serving or two of it for dinner as well. Because it's already made, and then I don't have to do any work. Happy. That breakfast was awesome. I had a full bowl of it. What was really cool about it was that unlike regular breakfasts that are sweeter, I ate it much slower. Just little bites. I actually didn't even really want more after about half a cup of it, but I just kept eating because I know it's got a lot of veggies and stuff and good fiber. So I just kept eating. I had a whole bowl. It was about a cup and a half serving. And then I've been having some water. And what's cool is I only am kind of interested in maybe a little bit of fruit for sweetness after, but now that I'm having the water, I don't care much for anything else, which is so different than other meals during the day when maybe if I had this for dinner or something, I would be really crazy to have more fruit. But what I'm looking forward to is the possibility that tonight, since I can have a sweet thing for dinner, like maybe some banana ice cream with some oatmeal or like an oatmeal breakfast or something like that, that it might help with the cravings or something. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but so far so good. Okay, so I just finished putting away the breakfast into 3 little containers. I'm going to put it in the fridge and save it so I can have for the mornings. And I have to say right now it's noon and I am craving this again. I want this so bad, but I'm going to try and just relax, have it once a day. It's really, really good. I can't wait to release it to you. Last night, I binged again. It was pretty bad. I guess it could have been worse, right? But it was bad. Okay, but then this morning, I woke up, just like I always have a bunch of, motivation in the mornings, and I threw everything out. I actually threw out the rice noodles. I'd had those rice noodles for like ever. So I threw out the rice noodles. I threw out all the crackers I bought, all the crap I bought yesterday, and I also had made, I was working on this recipe that I have not figured out yet, these muffins, these cocoa almond muffins, and I have a recipe from a long time ago that I've been trying to make vegan, Nutritarian, and I can't get it right yet. So I tried those yesterday, and they're good enough to like eat. I mean, I would still eat them. They're, as good as those garbanzo bean weird banana things that I made last week. They're a little bit better than that, so I would definitely binge on those. But I threw those out this morning too because I knew I'm such a baby about this willpower. I can't do it unless I just throw it out. I would totally be eating them all right now. So I do have these leftover crackers that I didn't throw out, and I also looked up here. This is my cupboard where I try to like hide stuff from myself. But I also have these, I forgot I had these for these roasted seaweed snacks. I love these. I'll probably have some of these today. Actually, I will. And then I did not throw these out. These are the grain crisp bread from Trader Joe's. They're all seeds and nuts, basically. They're delicious. I probably will, I'm going to keep these. And they're the kind of cracker that like when you start eating them, they get really heavy quick and you're like, I had enough. So I think I'm going to keep them and see if they end up being a bad idea for me to keep them. And so I don't know why I was doing this update, but that's the state of affairs. Okay, lunch is interesting. Not very Nutritarian, but not the worst. It's these seed crackers from Trader Joe's, which I had a few of them. And I'm putting some avocado that was dying on there, and I'm using this salsa, cowboy caviar from Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Well, that was a Freudian slip. Corn, black bean, and pepper salsas from Trader Joe's. It's actually really good, a little bit spicy. I'm just spooning some of that on top of these. Oops. I guess I didn't really mean to say that, but that was funny. And it's just making me think like, oh, it's interesting. This is probably going to be a great lunch, but it's not Nutritarian, clearly. There's barely any vegetables in it. It's a very fat-heavy meal, but we'll see. I don't know. It's what I want, and it's not bad. That's a full salt salsa. And then there's this thing. Ooh, just wants to come over. And yeah, I don't know. I'm okay with this. We'll just see how it goes, and with my cravings or whatever later on. I'm not going to analyze it. I'm just going to eat it. Dinner time! I'm excited. I actually feel like I'm kind of allowed to have those right now. Bananas, blueberries, and cherries. Little oats on top. That's a peanut butter. Yum. Hello. Okay, so I'm just sitting here with this lady. See that lady over there? And we are studying for my plant-based nutrition certificate, and I only have 1 week from today to go, so that's awesome. It's been going very well, except I have a lot to do to be finished. Anyways, that's off the topic. What I wanted to talk about was how today went, because I'm so excited how it went. Veggies for breakfast was awesome, delicious. I mean, it's something that I want to do this every day. Very exciting. Love it. Even considering having like soup and stuff for breakfast. Like, why not just have dinner type foods for breakfast? That's fine. Thinking about that because I felt very satiated. I got to lunch. Now, here's the thing about what happened with lunch, though. Lunch, I wanted bulk. I wanted fat. And, you saw I had the seed crackers. I had avocado. I had a decent amount of that, and then I had enough, and it was good. I don't know if I had too many calories worth today or something. I would say probably, but I felt good. I felt satisfied. There wasn't enough raw greens, I guess, but just having a heavier meal, maybe with some more fat in it, would be good. So maybe the salad, like I usually do, with some soup over it, but having some fat, maybe more nuts or something. Not sure. So that was good. Then it got time to be dinner time where I usually crave. And cravings happen just like they always do. And I was like, it's so exciting because I get to have ice cream today because I had veggies for breakfast. It worked. That was awesome. So I had my ice cream. I made it a little bit different today, and I loved it because I haven't actually been liking it as much lately. And here's why, because I'm not blending it long enough. So here's what I did. I did 1.5 bananas. I did probably like a cup of cherries and a cup of blueberries, or maybe even a little bit more. Then I put probably about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in. And then I put a bunch of almond milk, maybe a cup or so. Blended it to like milkshake, so it would actually blend in the blender, and then just blended it and 4 dates. Blended it, kept going, and it was perfect. Then I put some oats on top of it, raw oats, and then I had a little peanut butter on the side. I mean, it was like so satisfying, I can't even stand it. However, the thing I was thinking while I was having it was like, this is great and all. I'm happy I'm doing this because I feel like I sort of can do it. I did burn a lot of calories doing my run, walk thing this morning, whatever. I felt okay about what I was eating, but then I had an epiphany. I remembered something that I used to do that I forgot I used to do it. So back in the day, whenever I would do my 42-day challenge or whatever, like this was last year when I was really successful for a while. And even from the beginning, I remembered this. I used to have a smoothie in the afternoon. Every single afternoon when this craving would kick in, I would go make a smoothie really quick. And I would chug the smoothie, the whole thing, immediately. And all my cravings would go away. Like, bam, gone. Now, the problem was that I couldn't have cocoa powder anymore because it was keeping me up at night. So I got really bummed because I didn't really like the taste of the smoothie, and I think I just got kind of mad, and so I stopped having smoothies, and then things got crazy, and I went off and gained some weight back, and then that leads me to this year where I did another challenge, then I did this 20-day challenge, and now here I am, and I forgot about that smoothie thing. So here's what I'm thinking. Nighttime, when I'm thinking about doing my ice cream, which I think my ice cream is probably too many calories today with all the oatmeal and peanut butter and stuff like that. Anyways, I could make it not that crazy calorie laden if I just do any kind of smoothie. It doesn't matter what smoothie it is, as long as a green smoothie, tons of kale, tons of whatever. That means I'm getting some really good vegetables in too for dinner even, which I didn't even plan, but this could be perfect. Have the smoothie, chug it, make it as soon as I start craving, chug it. And that always takes away cravings for me, always. It doesn't even matter what smoothie it is, as long as I fill up my belly, get a bunch of bulk, get a bunch of nutrients, just have it right away, have it taste really good, but have a smoothie. You guys, this could be it, for reals. This could be it, because I used to do this every single day. Whenever I was successful, it was because I had a smoothie in the afternoon. Just bam, as soon as I was craving, I would just run to the kitchen and make a smoothie. Because I was like, I don't have much time before I give in to some crap. And that's what I've been doing lately, clearly. And I think this is it. I'm just very excited about it because I feel like I found a really good a succession of things to eat during the day that are going to give me tons of nutrients, tons of vegetables, and get rid of the cravings, or at least help me with the cravings. You know what I mean? That's all I wanted to say. We'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. Okay, down in the comment section, please let me know. What do you think? Good idea, bad idea? Is this something that you might try yourself? I know it's weird to like have, you know, a smoothie for dinner all the time, but that's just the progression of how I operate. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any things you've been successful with lately or any questions you might have. Love you very much for watching. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye. Okay, the reason you can't see anything right now is because it's pitch black because I am laying in bed. But I just had an idea and I had to get it out. There's this thing, you know, this kind of feeling I have sometimes where I'm like, well, if I can't do this just easily, like if I have to get rid of all the bad things in my house, I basically have to lock myself in my house to do it, then it's not really, like I'm not actually really that good at being healthy or whatever. Like I have no willpower, that hasn't, you know, resolved. I still get cravings, you know, I have to find all these solutions to fix the cravings and stuff. But it kind of reminds me of that thing people say about ducks. You know, if you ever see a duck swimming across a lake, they look so graceful, like it's so easy. They're not putting any work in, they're not doing anything. But then if you look under the surface of the water, they're just like paddling like hell. That's this, you know, some kind of a saying about that. And that, I feel like, is kind of what we all go through when we do this, that these struggles, these trying to get through these like patterns that we have and these issues that we have, try to find solution for little things and then refining, trying to fix the little things that seem little to maybe to someone else, but to us it's really our big struggles. It kind of makes me feel like that's just kind of how it always is and probably always will be, that we'll have these own particular struggles inside of us, and we just have to keep paddling, and we have to paddle in the way that makes sense for us. We're all going to have different things that trigger us or different things that, you know, are just hard for us, and we have to just find the ways to do that. So for me, if it takes me craving something, making something one night, going to the store, buying a bunch of crap that I shouldn't be eating, and then throwing it all out the next morning, there's like positives and negatives to all that. Wasted money, wasted food, but at least I'm getting healthy in the process, you know? At least the positive is that I'm better than I used to be, and I didn't feel so guilty about having to finish all that food just because I bought it, when I would have bought it either way in either situation. But the fact that I didn't finish it shows that I'm, you know, at least taking a step forward, and I won't be putting that weight on my body to show for it, basically. Okay, that's it. Good night.